Hi, I'm Charlotte Lawson, a registered and licensed dietitian here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And you may have heard of something called the raw diet, or interested in maybe what it consists of and how you actually follow this diet. Well, the raw diet typically means what it says. Foods are eaten in their raw and unprocessed form. Now keep in mind, sometimes foods in their raw form aren't actually always the best form for us. For instance, tomatoes that come in a can actually have a little bit more availability of their antioxidants when they're processed and in that canned form versus a raw tomato. Now a raw food, like I said, is pretty much what it is. These are your whole fruits, whole vegetables, and sometimes even some raw meats. This could be like a sushi type of thing where you're eating some raw fish. Now this has benefits in that a lot of times this roughage, or the raw fruits and vegetables, do contain more fiber than their processed form. For instance, an apple is going to have a few more grams of fiber than applesauce or even apple juice. That processing sometimes breaks things down a little bit and causes our body not to have to work as hard, removing some nutrients at the same time as well. Now again, things in their fresh form also sometimes contain a little water content, and this obviously helps with your hydration status. But like I mentioned before, sometimes processed isn't always as bad. Consider raw nuts versus processed nuts. When you have an almond that's roasted, technically that's processed, but a roasted almond is not anything bad compared to a raw almond. So keep in mind, these are just a couple tips, and sometimes raw isn't always the best way to go, but there are some benefits at the end of the day. I'm Charlotte, and eat happy.